Listen to this. I've got 3 massive Celtic stories for you today, and trust me, you'll want to stick around because the last one is an absolute belter. We're talking record signings under the microscope, a new winger being hyped up and pulled back down, and a bombshell about Daizen Maeda that could change the way you see him forever. Stay with me right till the end. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 1,000 subscribers, but that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 1,500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Let's be honest about this one. Saturday at Parkhead was meant to be Arne Engels' night to stamp his authority, and instead it passed him by like a Dreich Glasgow drizzle. With Reo Hatate crocked, the stage was wide open, the Hibs midfield sitting deep, the whole stadium waiting for our record signing, 11 million quid, let's not forget, to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. But what did you get? A few tidy passes, some safe wee sideways balls, but nothing that really screamed, this is my midfield now. And that's the thing, you can hide behind tidy play all you like, but at Celtic, if you're brought in for that kind of money, folk expect you to own the match, not just float through it. I'm not saying Engels was a disaster. Far from it. He kept things ticking, tried to move it into the final third a couple of times, but he never bent the game to his will. The tempo was flat, the spark never came, and when your team smashes the bar and has a goal chalked off, but you're not really in the thick of it, questions start flying. Look, I'll cut the lad a wee bit of slack. He's 22, he's not been a nailed-on starter, and Brendan's been chopping and changing that midfield with Calmac the only constant, so maybe consistency will help him. But here's the harsh reality, you don't get years to settle when you cost a record fee at this club. You've got to turn flashes into fireworks, because when Hatate's out, the responsibility doesn't disappear, it lands squarely on your shoulders. Now, Rodgers is still backing him, talking about patience and potential and fair play. He's got the engine, the size, even a decent set-piece delivery, but let's be blunt, potential doesn't keep you in the race with hearts breathing down your neck. The job at Celtic is simple, make the difference. Too many tidy days and not enough match-winning moments, and the crowd starts to wonder if the money was well spent. And you know how folk in the stands are. They'll back you to the hilt if you show fight. But if you're timid, they'll smell it quicker than a pint spilled on Sucky Hall Street. The timing couldn't be sharper either. Braga in Europe, then Hearts in the league. Both matches where you need lads who'll step up when it matters. If Engels wants to shut folk like me up, this is his chance. One big night where he dictates, breaks lines, chips in with a goal or an assist, and suddenly the whole tone changes. But I'll put it to you straight. Here's the question I've been dying to ask you. If Engels doesn't step up soon, would you still back Rodgers for paying 11 million quid for him? Or do you reckon that cash should have gone elsewhere? That's one to chew on, because at a club like ours, patience only stretches. So far, hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's giant loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Here's the thing with Sebastian Tounekti. The lad's been electric since he pulled on the hoops, bursting down that left side like he's been at paradise his whole life. You've seen it, I've seen it. Against Kilmarnock and Partick, he looked unstoppable, like a proper throwback winger who gets the crowd on their feet every time he touches the ball. But Chris Sutton's waving the caution flag, saying don't go daft just yet, because when the adrenaline wears off, reality tends to bite. And you know what? Sutton might have a point. You could see it against Red Star Belgrade. He tried, no doubt, but the spark wasn't quite the same. He got shut down in the 1v1 battles, barely landed a cross, and when you look at the stats, it's not the kind of sheet that makes you shout, game changer. 61 touches, 12 inside the box, but no shots on target, no assists, no real damage. That's not me slating the boy, that's just the truth of a young winger learning the hard way that Europe's a step above the SPFL. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not about to write Tounekti off after a quiet night. Every winger has matches where they look like they're running into brick walls, even some of the greats we've had down the years. And the fact he's already had those sparkling starts shows he's got the raw stuff to get the crowd buzzing. But Sutton's wee warning is fair. Don't crown him the new king of the left wing just yet. Let the lad develop. Let him find that balance between adrenaline and consistency. Thing is, and here's where I get cheeky, if Tounekti played across the city, the Rangers lot would already be building statues after 2 flashy games and blaming the ref after 1 quiet night. That's the difference. At Celtic, you earn your stripes properly. You're not just handed them with excuses attached. And maybe that's the best thing for him. He'll learn quicker here because the standards are sky high. But let me throw this back to you. Do you reckon Sutton's right to pour cold water on Tounekti's start? Or is he just being his usual grumpy self, trying to temper the excitement when the lad's given us reasons to dream? I'll be honest, I'd rather have a winger who's raw and fearless than one who hides, even if it means we take the dips along with the highs. What about you? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jay it loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Daizen Maeda, the man's like a Duracell bunny in the hoops, never stops running, never stops grafting, and that's why you love him. Now, Kris Boyd, of all people, has actually come out and admitted something decent for once. Am I saying Maeda would never ever down tools at Celtic? And you know what? He's spot on there. You'll never catch Daizen spitting the dummy like some of these overpaid prima donnas down south, refusing to play until they get their big money move. That's not him. Look at the examples. Boyd dragged up, Isak refusing to play for Newcastle, Wissa doing the same at Brentford just to get their dream transfer. But here, nah mate, Daizen's built different. Scotland's PFA Player of the Year isn't the type to chuck it, even if things aren't falling his way just now. And let's be honest, he's struggling a wee bit. He had that full purple patch last season, not just a wee run, the whole campaign. He was absolutely flying. But this year, it's not clicking in the same way. Still, even when he's not scoring, he's grafting harder than anyone else on the pitch. Now, Boyd tried to do his striker analysis bit, and I'll give him credit, he's actually got a point. Daizen's never been a proper number 9. When he's shoved through the middle with his back to goal, he looks like he's playing the wrong sport. That's not his game. He wants grass to chase, space to burn defenders, and when he's out wide, that's where he's deadly. From that left-hand side, he can run off the back of a fullback, time his bursts, and absolutely terrify centre-halves with his pace. That's the Maeda you know, the one that defenders in Scotland wake up sweating about, and folk will compare him to Kyogo. Both love playing on the shoulder, both love making defenders' lives a misery, but the difference is Kyogo's movement, always finding that wee 3 or 4 yards of space, even when he's caught offside 10 times a game. Daizen's raw, straight line pace, relentless pressing, a nightmare to live with. Here's the thing though, and this is where I'll stir the pot a bit. If Daizen doesn't start finding consistency again, do you still want him starting every week just for the work rate? Or is it time to look for someone with the same engine, but with more end product? Because at Celtic, you don't get away with just running hard. You need the goals to back it up. So let me ask you, is Daizen Maeda too important to ever drop, even if he's off the boil? Or would you be ruthless and bench him until he finds that magic again? Hit like Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jay it, Lodi, till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs